Let me just check when the deadline is officially. Is March 25th, so exactly next week.
Yeah, it's like March 25th at like what, 3 or 4 p.m. So we'll know by the time we're on the podcast what happened.
Let's try to share this up real quick before we actually start. Yeah, it's going on YouTube right now. We've come a long way. Jesus.
My lighting came a long way.
Jayhawk again for 3? Oh, he's got 7. That boy cooking up.
Share.
Oh, he's hot. Heat check. Oh, Jayhawk from the top of the key. Get it for 10 points.
Or we could just do live commentary for the game. He's on his way.
He's on his way, so we can buy time. All right, just go ahead and share that up real quick.
Yep, doing it right now.
And then I'm gonna start. I'm gonna just start the recording on what's the name soon. So we can start this. All right. Let me know when you guys are good. You guys good?
Yep, I'm just sharing it.
So you having a battle in the background?
Yeah, you know, she has her fun.
All right. Let me know when you're ready, Kenny.
I'm good. Go ahead.
All right, man. Welcome to another episode of motherfucking consistency on IBTE Sports Podcast. Got my boy Kenny and Phil. Neil is on his way. He's gonna probably be complaining how he lost in bowling again, but that's all right. We're gonna keep going. Without him, he should be joining us in a moment. What's good with you guys? How's your work been this week? How's life? What's going on?
Work has been excellent, especially since today was my Friday. Because as we all know, March Madness starts tomorrow. It's a national holiday in the Lacey household, so we take those days off.
Seriously, you took Friday off?
Oh yeah, I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no joke. I can't be disturbed with work during March Madness.
March Madness. He said, I'm watching the games at 12:15. The pregame show, everything.
I told my boss and everything. She said, "Oh, you have any special plans for the weekend?" I said, "Absolutely. I'm sitting on the couch and watching basketball all weekend." She said, "Oh wow, you're nuts."
What about you, Phil? What's been going on with you, man?
Same old, you know, working at Walmart. Just same old routines and stuff. But got great news while I was working about, you know, these boys over here. So made my week a lot better. So
all right. You also had you had something that you wanted to promote here, let the people know.
Oh yeah. Also, Me and my friend Akeem's thing, Ball Central, basically write sports articles. At the end of this stream, pretty much, we're gonna do a drawing, and you still have time to enter the drawing. It's basically we're doing a March Madness bracket challenge. It's for $10 a bracket. $2. I mean, two brackets max, $20 total. And if you plan on entering the drawing at the end of the stream, you could possibly win a free entry to the bracket challenge. So around that time, I'll make an announcement, and then I'll do a quick drawing before we end stream. So look forward to that.
And that's
And
go ahead.
the Inspired by True Event Sports is also hosting a bracket challenge. Ours is $20 a bracket, max of 2 brackets a person. Winner takes 75% of the pot. Second place takes 25% of the pot. Contact me or any of the guys, and they'll get you in contact with me, and I'll get you the password to the group if you want to join. Brackets lock at noon Friday.
Yep.
Which is tomorrow. So hurry up, get in tonight if you need to. Phil's portion of what he just said is actually shared on the network page on Instagram at IBTE Network. So you guys go and check that out. And Phil, let me know if you need anything else posted too, at any time, because
Gotcha.
you know that's what we're here for.
Get the love.
But man, a lot of madness in the sports world right now. Let's get right into NBA, man. NBA is not as much as the NFL, so we're gonna hit NBA first. So what's going on in the NBA world? Injuries, trade deadline is coming up. What's going on?
Well, we'll start with injuries. Potential MVP candidate Joel Embiid went down with a nasty leg injury last week, and now is out for 2 to 4 weeks. I think it's a knee contusion, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is just another injury for Embiid because he's had a history of it ever since he got drafted. So, it kind of puts the Sixers in a tough position. Now it's just Ben Simmons, so kind of see what he is without him.
I also think it kills his MVP hopes. It's going to be very tough to make the argument here the MVP when you missed a month.
Right.
It's going to be very tough.
You can put up monster numbers, but they're going to come back to, well, you didn't play for a month. Sucks, but it's the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad. And plus, I have him on fantasy, so it's even worse.
Speaking of fantasy, Lawrence Anthony Davis, he ever coming back?
He's taking a vacation.
Hey man, regardless what happens, I'm rookie of the year. I'm putting myself on it right now. What's good, Brandon? Brandon Orr's in the chat with us, bro. Appreciate you for tuning in every week too. We see you, man.
Absolutely.
We see you.
Logo Lillard MVP.
Oh man,
I love it.
Lillard is one of my favorite players. He's become. I would say, out of probably since, because I like KD, I like D Wade. OJ Mayo, I was a huge fan of him. I'll probably put Damian Lillard at 5. I love the way he plays and how he carries himself. Like, he's like a person where he'll drop 50 on you and won't talk trash until you talk trash. Like, and I love that.
The most clutch person in NBA right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said he had the truest thing last night when he was talking about people that are like down on themselves when they're in athletics is to just keep going even though you don't get the recognition. And I think it's really big for players like him because he's all pro, all world, to be honest. Like,
oh yeah,
like crazy good.
And he doesn't switch up. Like, he could have not taken the contract from them and tried to go somewhere else, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna stay in Portland. If I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win here. Like, you got to respect that.
Yep, definitely.
Oh, Neil in the building.
Mills in the building, man.
Speaking of time,
what's going on?
Perfect segue into time.
What's happening?
How'd bowling go?
We lost the last game by 1 pin.
Ooh.
We lost the game before that by 6 pins. Yeah, so we suck.
I mean, at least he's consistent.
Well, it was a bad time, but I always have a bad time with that fucking sport, so it's whatever.
How's your I hate you. I hate you. You hate when I ask this, but how's your week been? What's been going on, man? Like, it's important that we ask each other this, So how's work been? How's family?
It's garbage. Everything all around, garbage.
Asura.
Yeah, big time.
He said big time.
Big time garbage. But we're still out here. Consistency is key.
All right. We're talking about just NBA. And Embiid is hurt again.
What else is new?
Yeah, what else is
Right. That's when Phil brought it up. I said, "Are we talking about 2021 or 2017?"
Is Embiid better than Joker?
No.
Okay. All right. Let Philly fans tell it.
The best ability is availability, and I have a tough time giving it to Embiid when he can't play a full season.
That's true.
Yep, very true.
If he could stay healthy, the argument could very easily be made. But
right, plus defense too. So, but that's more important. If you're not on the court for me, what are you gonna do for me?
You gotta be on the court, man. In my eyes, you gotta be on the court. If you can't do shit while you're hurt.
But yeah, like I said, appreciate everybody for tuning in. That's tuning in right now. Make sure you hit that share button. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in to us. We got a lot to pack into this episode. We had to cut some shit off. But I'm excited to hear what Nils got to say about all the moves.
Yo, Jayhawk is balling right now. I apologize.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
Jalen Hawkins, the 315 product, balling.
Shout out to Jalen Hawkins right now. I got my MacBook right here. I can't miss this. He just he driving to the rack. Oh yeah, and one.
Yeah, look at the M1. Look at it. It's
pretty.
Oh,
that's crazy. But
side commentary.
No, what's been going on from your standpoint in the NBA? What you see is that's sticking out to you as far as players and teams and shit like that.
So for the NBA right now, it's kind of stagnant. That's kind of how it is after the All-Star break. It's like that almost every year. So I kind of just chill after All-Star break for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks to see what's going on, because a lot of people are in a slump. Like a lot of people in the All-Star break, it takes a minute to snap out of that.
When's the end of the season, or the last 10 games? Do y'all know the date?
It's I think it's till April or May this year.
Yeah, late or May or April.
I think it's early May. It might be May this year.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
we see anyone getting moved potentially before next Thursday's deadline?
Yeah, people are getting moved for sure.
PJ Tucker just got moved recently to the Bucks.
I don't know if there's going to be a big name move though. I feel like the big names are going to be buyouts this year.
Yeah. What's good? Rick is in the building too. Shout out to co-founder. He's in the building.
Be a lot of
he
noise,
tunes in every week.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that happens so often with the trade deadline. This superstar is getting moved. The superstar is getting moved. Then the deadline comes and goes. You hear about all the almost trades that happen.
Oladipo might get traded. The whole Rockets organization might get traded.
Right.
Oh, they got one piece done, so who knows?
Yeah.
We gotta wait to see. We gotta wait to see to believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the NBA, it's whatever right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we just gotta wait and see.
Just kind of gotta wait for it.
Yeah.
But,
we'll see if Drummond gets bought out, because he might end up a Laker if he gets bought out. So.
There's
Rick said, what do y'all think the Sixers should trade for? Do they need anything?
They got to. It's health is the problem.
They really don't have a point guard besides Ben. Ben Simmons is their point guard, so
maybe some bench scoring.
They got Seth Curry on the bench.
Yeah, so I guess if you get a backup point guard, that probably would be your best bet. Neil's probably right.
I would say a point guard, either a point guard or a shooting guard, somebody that can score for you besides Embiid and Simmons. Tobias Harris, I would go for a wing guy or an elite guard. Honestly, that's what I would want if I was a Sixers fan, an elite guard.
Because that takes off a lot of pressure of Ben, I'm guessing, too.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have to feel like he has to carry the ball up every time. And
anyone specifically you think they should target?
Well, you're saying wing scoring. Oladipo fits that mold. But the problem is though, teams don't want to trade for Oladipo because they know he wants to be in Miami next year. Everyone knows that. So I'm not giving you.
I know that actually.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I was reading a Bleacher Report article last week actually before the podcast, and it said that a lot of teams are hesitant to give up anything of value for Oladipo because he's publicly made it known that he's going to end up in Miami.
Him and Jimmy Butler. Oh, that might be.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the team. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that could possibly be good fits for them, but it's just like I don't think it's gonna happen. Sixers really don't make moves like that. So
because you also got to think, what am I giving up to get it? Because they're gonna have to give up too much. Like their team right now, as constructed, it's a solid team. So you're gonna have to halfway blow up your team to bring in one guy. But are you still gonna have missing pieces now that you've given up half of your roster?
Yeah, that's true.
It's really crazy because the Sixers have been doing this for years now. They're like a piece away.
Yeah,
they've been a piece away from being a piece away. Other stuff.
Yeah, it's always been trust the process, but it's time.
Trust the process. And B put that to bed. The last 2 years he's been real silent.
Right.
Yeah.
Them playoffs get real.
Yeah. Fultz was the process. Sarge was the process. Was part of the process. Fultz was part of the process.
It's like what else do you have to give? You know.
And then they're having. What are they? Are they number one in the East?
No.
Oh, okay. What are they? I'm guessing at least top 3.
I think the Bucks are number 1 in the East.
Oh, okay.
They've been fluctuating all year.
Yeah.
What's good? Showboat in the building, man. He said,
Showboat?
Yeah, he just said, what's up? Appreciate you for tuning in too, man.
Bro, he doesn't miss, Kenny.
No,
he doesn't. Shout out to Jayhawk. He's out here. He's living. He's ready for the moment, bro.
He's really crazy. Bro.
Wait, listen. The thing that's wild though is
bang.
They just showed the stats. He's averaged 9.4 points per game. He has 15 or 16 in the first half. 5 of 6 from the field. 4 of 4 for 3-point rate.
Special players are doing.
Waiting on his moment, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, you got to go to him every time, but
they just showed the stat. He's 5 of 6. The rest of his team is 4 of 18.
Jeez.
Feed the hot hand.
Jesus.
Bro, his brother Dante used to do this shit in Titans, right? Just chill. All the ride up, listen to music, whatever. Get into the game time, and it would be like he would do okay, like up to the championship games. We get into the championship games, and he would just kill. It was just like he was unstoppable.
Big time players are made for big time moments.
That's a fact. It's very rare that you can do that. You find
his brother, their older brother Will, the same way, man.
Yeah.
He would just kill. Yeah. They know how to like just turn it on like that.
Listen, he has 16. The whole other team has 15. Jayhawk is single-handedly beating that Appalachian State right now.
Shout out 3-1-5 in the tournament right now. The battle for that 16 seed to go play Gonzaga. Ooh. Yes, sir.
If they beat Gonzaga,
I'll buy into the hype. They're winning it all.
Listen, he going in that game. Chucking if they win.
Bro, if they beat Gonzaga, I'm telling you, Jayhawk goes to the league if they beat Gonzaga.
All right, so since we already talking about it, we're gonna segue right into
we'll just
March Madness is here, baby. God, we didn't have it last year because of obviously what was going on around the world, but we got March Madness.
IBTE, my bad.
You better hurry up.
It's all right. You got till tomorrow at noon. That's all I'm saying.
I got time. Don't worry.
Kenny said no Cash App or Venmo back. It's over.
I haven't even Cash App or Venmo.
Yeah, I gotta do the same thing.
I know where he lives though, so it's okay.
Oh shit.
Oh, what do I do?
You about to hit him with the damn bones?
Oh shit.
Oh man, but yeah, March Madness is like a holiday every year. Like it doesn't even matter if you don't watch basketball that much. If you didn't watch college basketball at all, you tune into March Madness because it's really madness that goes on.
Bro,
like,
I remember.
You love it.
I'll never forget. One year I did like. I'm not gonna lie, like I did like at least 15 brackets, right? 1 year. I was in high school. I think
you picked everybody.
He said, I'm one of them bound to win.
One of them's got to go perfect, right? So I think I was in like junior year or sophomore year in high school, and this is the last year. I think this is the last year I did a serious bracket because I deadass had to go to the nurse. I was sick. Like I was trying to catch every game. I was trying to catch the score every game. Like you saw me going, run into the library, turn it on the computer real quick, check the score, and I'll be out. Crazy. Like it's just it gives you that, I don't know, man. It's just like that one and done, like that tournament atmosphere is nothing like anything else, man. Like
what's y'all favorite?
So much,
go ahead.
No, I think it's so much better because they're college kids, so really anyone can beat anyone out there, like at any given moment, because these are hungry kids. Like these kids are mid majors. Like if you don't watch them all year, you don't really know how great they are.
Yeah.
Like these schools, these kids are great athletes that people just didn't give enough credit to coming out of high school, and they get on this level and national TV, and they give it their best shot, and they have nothing to lose.
You got guys trying to play for a career. Like that's if you think about it, you got people that are trying to work for a career.
This is a perfect example. Jalen Hawkins. Before tonight, America had no idea who Jalen Hawkins is. Tonight, Jalen Hawkins has 16 points in the first half of a nationally televised game.
Yeah.
Everybody in America is watching him right now. No one knew who he was last night.
That's
I wouldn't say everybody in America, but I get what you're saying.
Well, everyone who's watching March Madness.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
What's your guy? I know Kenny, you probably got a bunch of them. What's your favorite March Madness moment?
Oh, I think me and Kenny might have the same one. So, Kenny, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll let Kenny go.
Easter Sunday.
You can only pick one.
I know. Easter Sunday, 2017. Number 10 seeded Syracuse is playing against the University of Virginia, the number 1 seed. And we were down by 20. And just like the Lord himself on Easter, we rose from the dead and came back. Malachi Richardson, Tyler Lydon with one shoe hits the three-pointer. Oh, my goodness. There is no better game I've ever watched in my life. I was sitting there like crying, convincing myself it was a good year. We made a good run. And then I'm like, oh, that shot went in. Oh, that went in. Oh my God!
Oh wait! All of a sudden we can't miss.
Yeah, Malachi single-handedly took over that game, and it was. If you haven't seen that game, anyone, I don't know, but if you haven't, look up the highlights for that game. You will be amazed by the things that Malachi Richardson did. Single-handedly got the kid drafted.
Yeah, no, 100%. I knew me and Kenny were gonna have the same one, so that's mine. I mean, I guess just for shits and giggles, I would say the 8 overtime game with UConn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
in the Big East tournament, Syracuse.
Hasheem to beat and shit like that in that game too. That game was crazy.
Yep.
How early did Hasheem Tafit foul out?
Yeah, I don't think he lasted.
He didn't last very long.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna say, the reason I think I became a Tar Heels fan is just watching when they had the crazy group. They had Ty Lawson, Tyler Hansbrough. I loved watching that team, man. Like,
I think Danny Green was on that team too.
Danny Green too, yeah.
They were loaded. Wayne Ellington. Yeah, that team was fucking loaded, bro. And I never really paid attention to college basketball. Used to watch Kenny's all the time, Syracuse. I never had a team. Then I watched those guys play. Tyler Hansbrough, blood on his jersey, still in the game. Like, I loved watching them. But yeah, that what was that, Kenny? Was it? I can't remember the year. 2009, 2010, they won.
Yeah. Dude, I know that Hansbrough and
we were eighth or ninth grade.
If we were in 8th grade, that would have been the 2008, 2009 season.
Oh yeah, 2008, 2009.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that was their 8th grade year or 9th.
No, but they didn't win that year. That was the year that Duke beat Butler. They won the previous year, I believe.
Okay. Yep. Was that Gordon? Was that Gordon in that game or no?
Yeah, Gordon Hayward. Oh no, Duke beat Butler our freshman year of high school.
Okay.
So they might have won when we were 8th grade,
But yeah, when Ty Lawson and all of them, they were on that same team. That was that March Madness. They were steamrolling in that tournament though. They were. They were killing in that. Tournament.
That's one of the best college basketball teams you'll ever see.
Yeah, mine would be most recently, Chris Jenkins, crazy 3, top 3.
Come on, bro.
Win the game.
Come on, bro. That's petty, son. Like, you gonna have me go on Tar Heel fan, and you gonna talk about when Villanova killed them?
Marcus Page hit the 3, and then Chris Jenkins went.
Yeah, I was going ballistic in my house.
That's so crazy. I know people forget that shot that Marcus Page hit would have been one of the greatest shots in college basketball history because the way he did it, that was nuts. And then Chris Jenkins comes out and says, oh, that was cute.
Bro, that's great coaching, though, because you saw, as soon as they dribbled the ball down, I'm like, somebody's about to get passed off the ball wide open. I knew it was a wrap. But then I'm like, he's a center. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a good shot. Yeah, let him shoot that. Cash. I said, oh, my goodness, my chest.
I would
Sitting
also
there.
say just a lot of stuff gets like before the NCAA tournament that happens in March. You know, like the play-in tournaments, Big East tournaments, ACC tournaments. So like you got to think about the cardiac Kemba with
the
Classic.
Big East run.
That's a
that's
classic.
like all time. Like
That's
that's
a
all
classic.
time.
Well,
That's all-time.
anytime anyone mentions Kemba Walker, the first thing I think of is him dropping the
Cardiac.
defender from Pitt.
Yeah.
Cardiac
Yeah,
Kimba.
and you got Isaiah Thomas, not your Isaiah
And
Thomas.
Washington.
Oh yeah, Washington. Yep. Gus Johnson was.
Gus Johnson on the
Yep,
call,
yep.
bro. That if you watch that video right now, you'll get chills. Like that's how crazy.
I
that video is.
saw it last week on Twitter. They brought it back. They said
I
y'all
watch
better
it
act
once.
like y'all
I
know.
watch it like once or twice a month.
He came down. He said it's cold. He came down, man. You gotta like. That's a different type of.
It's cold blooded. That's
Like
it.
a different type of gene. Like not everybody has that shit though. To come
No,
down,
bro.
like knowing the game, you're down by 1 point. You dribble all the way down, and you have to. As soon as this shit releases, you better believe that you're gonna make it, or you're gonna be the worst person ever.
One of the most clutch players, obviously I've ever watched, but in college, not going to NBA. I would have to say Jerry McNamara.
Oh yeah.
Boy,
The six games in 6 days.
He's a
clutch.
He hit a one-handed floater 3-pointers to beat
Bro,
you.
his
Like,
clutch
bro.
gene was something else.
I used to listen. My cousins used to get so mad when we play NCAA. I'm not picking nobody but Syracuse, and I'm gonna shoot your lights out from half court with him.
Always.
They're like, "Who is this?"
Oh my God, filthy.
They're like,
Jim
"Who is this?"
Van
I'm
put
like,
a
"You don't
perfect
watch the game. You don't watch the games. Like, you don't know who this
Right?
is."
Like when
Like-
he was a senior, there was a Big East assistant coach that said Jerry McNamara was overrated. Jim Boeheim's like, you know what? This nameless coach will never be a head coach. We don't win 10 fucking games without Jerry McNamara this year. And then G-Mac goes into the Garden and goes nuts for 6 straight days.
Nutty. Crazy, man. That's where clutch gene is. That's where it's born. If you look in the college games, man, that's what it's all about.
Is it me, or is it like now that we seen like the players develop back then when we were growing up, that the players now are not like that? Like not from being in school for so long, obviously outside of that, but like
I think it just happens a lot earlier now. Like you look at high school guys nowadays, and it's a whole nother animal now. High school basketball is crazy now.
Yeah.
And
like
it hurts that these
it's
kids...
on when we were watching. Not to interrupt you, Kenny, but when we were watching, like high school basketball wasn't on ESPN like that.
Right.
And now
it
you've
wasn't.
got ESPN channels that strictly play high school basketball. So it's just different now. High school, basketball, you start at a younger age now. AAU is much bigger than it was back then. You got prep schools, you got boarding schools, community colleges that are D1, almost D1. Some community colleges are better than D1 teams. So like you got so many opportunities to better yourself in the game than you did back then. So it was like you got to college and that was your chance to show out and get your game better. Nowadays you got a lot of shit to do.
Because it's almost like back when we were watching, kids were coming to college to showcase their game. Like, hey, here, like they're making a name for themselves. Now their name is already made. Like Zion, everyone knew who Zion was. Like you knew he wasn't staying more than a year. Like
college you got to go to nowadays because you have to go because you can't go to NBA out of high school anymore. Well, did they change that rule?
It's weird.
It's
you have to go to prep school.
Yeah.
Now it's if you go to prep school for a year after your senior year, you can go.
Exactly.
But you still have to be a year removed from graduation.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like when we were watching, it's just like these guys. People were more invested too because most of your team was staying for more than 2 seasons. Now you recruit a kid. Okay, he's here for a year. If he's good, he's going to be gone. Like I love Malachi Richardson. I love Tyler Ennis. Like those, I understand and I completely support them going pro after 1 year. But if this happened 10 years ago, 15 years ago, those are guys that stay more than 1 year at Syracuse.
Yep, 100%.
Especially going back from about the high school thing, there's a lot more exposure, especially with all the social media outlets, Overtime, Hoops Mixtape, all those other guys. It just helps like get to know the players even way before college. So that kind of helps a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, college. I think I honestly I'm not a big fan of college basketball. I always have watched it and I've always loved it, but like these past couple of years, I would say about 5 or 6 years, I've kind of lost love for the game just because of how different it is than NBA. I would say to help these kids out more to get into the league and ready to ball right away, they should change some of the rules, change the halves to quarters, change the shot clock down to whatever it's supposed to, like, what is it, 15 seconds I think in the NBA? 24 seconds, whatever. Change the time, change the foul out from 5 to 6. I would just start changing some rules up to make the game more, more scoring friendly. I would say more pro friendly. I don't know.
The thing to me that fixes college basketball, and I've had people tell me I'm crazy, but is allow the kids to go pro right out of high school, because guess what? You're going to get you're going to get the kids in college that want to be in college.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But and people say, oh, it's going to kill college. No, it's not. There's only 60 draft picks in the NBA. Every senior in high school cannot declare for the NBA draft.
And the NCAA will find a way to get kids there every year.
Exactly. And it's going to work, because the first year, sure, you might shoot yourself in the foot because you're going to get every kid thinks they can go pro, but they're not going to get drafted.
Hashtag I'm not NCAA property. Did y'all see that?
Right. NCAA's got to do better. Look, you saw the thing I sent in our group chat today with the women's. That's nuts.
It's ridiculous.
The women's facilities versus the men's facilities is absolutely ridiculous. Why?
5 and 10 yoga mats that probably are reused.
Yeah.
And some
dumbbells at max to 20.
Max out of 30. Yeah,
max out
20
of
30. Or 30 pounds.
30?
Yeah, and you got men with a ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The disrespect for women's sports is constant, and it's ridiculous.
Phil Nugent said kids in the NCAA can also go to workouts with NBA teams and check the temperature.
Yes, they changed. Okay. Yeah, they changed that recently, where after they get out of college, they can go as long as you don't time. As long as you don't time with the agent. Yep.
Yeah. But March Madness is here. Shout out to Jayhawk. He's killing right now.
He's got 20 right now.
He got 20, 34 to 18. He
pays for 40. Shout out to the whole Hawkins family. Shout out to Spoon. Shout out to all of them, man.
Yes, sir. I was talking to Dante over I think it might have been Instagram or Facebook a couple weeks ago too. So I haven't talked to him in a while. So it's nice for us to hear from him. But
I asked him, I said, yo,
what's up?
I said, Dante, did you ever think growing up that your brother would be better than you at basketball? He's like, nah, bro. Like never.
But that's how it is though. The youngest one is always he watches.
He watches and then they
he's
play against you.
He's like, all right, so they did this. Yep.
Yeah.
All day. Bro, that's what I like. All kids should do that. Play against people that are older than you.
This Appalachian State team doesn't belong on the court.
No, they don't.
No, like right now, this is bad. Bad.
Bro, it's absolutely insane.
Well, let's get into this tourney, man. What are we thinking?
He gave me 50 in the Borza League. Yeah. He's a walking bucket.
He's an easy bucket.
I remember when he was at Proctor. I think it was his last year before he left there. He's playing Notre Dame, and I just watched him like not even go full speed. The skill, the skill of his dribbling to just get like shot creating and everything was just ridiculous. Like
I watched him in King of Kings for a whole summer. Like he became the league's youngest MVP. Like he's playing against grown men that played Division I basketball, high level D2, D3. Some guys were from overseas. Like, and he won the MVP of the league.
Crazy.
He probably works on his craft a lot too.
Kind of have to now. You're in college. You gotta.
All right. Yeah, the tourney.
Yeah.
What's everybody's who we got for a sleeper pick? Everybody. We'll start with one team that you got for a sleeper.
I'm going with the Tar Heels. They're sitting at an 8 seed. They've been sorry. They were 18-10 this year. Really sorry. So I'm gonna hope they steamroll through the tournament.
I kind of like that pick though. I like that matchup in the second round if they match up with Baylor. I think that'll be fun to watch.
I'm gonna have to go with one of the teams that have one of the highest wins in the bracket. I'm gonna go with Morehead State. I feel like they're always constantly there. They're always in the tourney. They always play tough opponents, and they're coached very well. They're disciplined coached. I feel like they always make good moves in the tournament. And they don't have much of a tough. They have a road, but there's spots where they could definitely push through and get somewhere. So
what are they in the Midwest?
They're Midwest.
They're in Syracuse region.
Okay. Yeah, their first game is against Clemson.
Or
No,
West
West
Virginia.
Virginia.
West
West
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yep, they're 23. They're 20-3-7.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with an underdog that's happens to be an underdog the last couple of years. A loyal Chicago, Sister Jean and them. They just always find a way to make a good or decent run in the playoffs. So I'm gonna stick with them. A good defensive team as well.
what are they in?
They're in the same. They're
in
also in the
Midwest.
Midwest region.
Midwest
too?
is
Okay.
And
stacked.
that's another one that's going to Illinois got the real crap end of the stick
They
because
gotta
they're
play
going to
Georgia
get
Tech.
yeah. Well, Georgia Tech is without their best player too, so I think Loyola easily wins that one. But and then it'll be Loyola versus Illinois in the second round. That's going to be a fun
That's
one to
gonna be
watch. The Battle of Chicago.
That's gonna be a good game.
I'm going with my sleeper. You guys can call me a homer. I don't care. Syracuse. I love the way the bracket fell for
what
them.
it is.
To me, the toughest game for like their first three would be the first game against San Diego State because they're a mid-major team that no one gives a lot of credit to. If you get past them, I love what we can do against West Virginia.
They're in Midwest too.
Yep.
Okay.
I love what we can do against West Virginia or Morehead State. The great thing about Syracuse in a tournament is the zone. Unless you play it all year long, it is not something you can prepare for. So when guys only have 1 day to practice for the zone, that's when Jim Boeheim thrives.
Yeah,
that's how he makes his runs.
We were talking about that tonight at bowling. Like it fucks you up, man. You see it for the first time and you don't know what to do. The pressure, the arm length of those guys. Like Boeheim recruits perfect, specifically for that zone defense. So it's tough to see.
Yeah. So if they and they're getting hot at the right time. Like that last game against Virginia, they looked like they can play with anyone. Yeah,
that was a win in my eyes.
So they do this to me every year, though. They get hot at the right time. They get me excited, and then I start to cry. But I really think that a Sweet 16 is not out of the realm of possibility for Syracuse this year.
Do you have Cuse going through the Midwest?
Oh yeah,
bracket you do.
Oh yeah, I mean I make multiple brackets, but I picking it. I was like, Sweet 16 Elite 8 is really not impossible this year.
Well, the IBTE bracket.
Yeah, I did. I put 2 in there. I have Syracuse winning one of them.
Winning.
Hold on. We're gonna unpack that in a minute. Hold on, you can talk to him Neil after this. But I want to thank everybody that's tuning in right now. Phil said Kenny in the chat. But I want to thank everybody that's been consistent with us, supporting us every week. We're gonna keep this going. Make sure you guys follow the network page on every platform at IBTE Network. We got Kenny, Phil, and Neil with me. My fellas, we're rocking, we're rolling, we're talking about March Madness right now. Kenny has, in one of the brackets worth money, he has Syracuse winning it all.
Because you guys got to understand, I'm such a Syracuse fan that if I didn't pick them and then they ended up winning it, I would never forgive myself ever in my life.
Yeah,
you got to do it.
And then I would never be able to
do it every year.
And then I would never be able to pick Syracuse in a bracket because I would tell myself I was the jinx, so I can't do it. By the way, the year we went on that crazy run and we lost North Carolina in the Final Four, only person in my bracket pool that had Syracuse going to the national championship. So guess who won the bracket because they went to the Final Four. So you guys can laugh at me if you want, but if something crazy happens, I'm going to win the money.
Guess who would have lost the bracket if they didn't go?
Oh, I had a backup bracket entered. See, I told you, 2 brackets.
Wow.
2 brackets.
Those brackets aren't finalized yet, so a little bit of thinking.
Is the first 4 all done?
No, it's being played right now.
Besides Jayhawk, is the first 4 done?
There's one more game after them. Michigan State and UCLA.
Gotcha. That's 2 good teams too.
Mm-hmm.
Those brackets aren't set yet, so we got plenty of time to tinker it. We got a noon clock or 12:15 deadline, so we good.
Don't sleep on Colgate.
Don't wait. I told Lawrence before the podcast started. Colgate, listen. Do not sleep on Colgate. They're another team that could sneak into the Sweet 16 this year. People might tell me I'm crazy, but they got 1 loss. They play in a weak conference. I'll give you that. But overall, that team is a good basketball team.
Minty fresh basketball team.
It's a minty fresh.
Kenny, who the fuck is Oral Roberts?
Oral Roberts. Yeah, they're always around.
I've never seen them in the tourney.
Yeah, they're one of those mid-major schools that just runs their conference and they just know they get here and they lose in the first round.
They're out of here. See you later.
Yeah.
Oh, they're playing Ohio State.
Against Colgate, so very interesting.
Which number 1 seed do we see getting bounced first?
I need Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan. They stumbled towards the end of the season. I really think that they can. Honestly, I think that St. Bonaventure can take them down in the second round if they don't get their shit together.
The bodies. Oh man.
The Bonnies. Kenny,
Wait,
you're
was
bastard.
Wait, hold on. was Neil part of that?
No,
he wasn't.
We'll have to tell him after. Yeah, we'll have to tell you after.
All right, yeah, we gotta tell you after. That's an insider. The Bonnies.
I know 2 kids that went to St. Bonaventure. Diehard St. Bonaventure fans.
Oh man, y'all hilarious.
But yeah, I think Michigan might be the first one seed to fall.
Kenny, is Shaka Smart still the coach of VCU?
Nope, he is the coach of Texas now.
I feel like I remember that name.
Yeah, he was the coach when VCU went nuts and decided they were gonna do amazing things. He was the coach.
That's a low seed, a very high seed, very high.
Yeah,
seed.
they beat Kansas that year when they had the Morris brothers.
Yeah, smoked.
Middle, low, high tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Phil.
Oh man, y'all hilarious. Man.
I'm glad those Rams players left.
I got a lot of questions about the bracket, man. I haven't filled one out yet. I just stare at it. Like I go to fill it out and I just fucking stare at it. And I'm like, God.
Like 4 times this week.
I think you do that every because I'm for sure making adjustments tonight.
Listen,
tonight I'm gonna be sitting there like this.
I'm gonna
you
rewatch it live.
You honestly have a better chance. You honestly just have a better chance of flipping a coin for each pick. Like besides the 1s and 2s, but like every other pick, honestly, just flip a fucking coin.
Well, especially this year though, because it's so weird. Because like a team like Colgate, we're saying like don't sleep on Colgate. But Colgate also played no non-conference games this year, so we don't know what they look like against anybody else. So this is going to be the toughest year ever because you don't have a full schedule to base off of.
Literally anything can happen. I mean, that's why it's one of the craziest.
March Madness, man. It's fucking madness.
The craziest sports tournament of the whole year. Because one game and you're done.
That's a huge point by Phil. No crowd is huge. No crowd is huge.
It's going to help the smaller schools as they get further along. Because what always happens is like when a Cinderella team gets to the Elite Eight or the Final Four and they play against these big schools, all the alum from the big school are there. And it becomes a virtual home game for the big school. Now there's no one there.
Right. Exactly. And this is where I would say coaching in NCAA matters most and out of any sport. Obviously, pro sports coaching really doesn't matter. I mean, sure, you can put them out there, but it's whatever. NCAA coaching matters really, really like a lot. And this tournament right now, no fans, your coaching is going to matter above all. You have to be able to get your guys up. You have to be able to pump them up. You have to be able to give a good speech. Make sure they're level-headed. Make sure they're cool.
When you're getting clipped by 15 in the first 3 minutes,
right? You got to be able to know. I mean, listen.
That's what just happened next to Wichita State and Drake. Drake was down by double digits early in the game. Their coach rallied them together. They came back and won that game.
Heavy pickup. No crowd. Heavy pickup. It's about to get real scary for a lot of these lower teams.
Yeah.
It's about to get spooky because it's going to be
I mean, if you think about fans, honestly, I don't know if that, if you just think about crazy comebacks that have happened in the past, like if that Syracuse comeback, I don't think happens without fans, Kenny.
I think you're 100% right, Neil. It's like because the crowd played right into it.
Was heavy. The crowd was heavy Syracuse that game.
Heavy. Yes.
Heavy Syracuse.
Yes, 100%.
So I don't know.
Also, another player just left the Rams, so yay.
I mean, we saw it kind of with the NBA this year in the bubble. There wasn't really fans, but runs didn't end like they usually do. When a home team gets on a run, I always think about Miami with LeBron and them getting on a run, and I mean, would they win like 20 straight? Like they did some crazy shit, but regardless, like if you had gotten a run in that stadium, it just was really hard to come back. Those fans didn't stop.
Yeah. This tournament to me is made for a team like Gonzaga too, who every year comes up short. And I'm usually heavy on the Gonzaga. I don't know about them, but they finally have the makeup of a team that can win. They have their experience with older guys. They have Jalen Suggs, who is a stud. They never get a bona fide stud, but they have a bona fide stud this year. And there's the no crowd where they don't have to worry about competing against these big blue blood schools later with their fan bases. If Gonzaga don't win the title this year, Gonzaga is never going to win a title.
Big statement.
I'm usually their biggest hater, and this year I think that everything is the cards are lined up perfectly for them.
You think this is the year they finally get it done?
I really do.
When's the last time we had a number 1 seed win the championship?
Virginia was a 1 seed when they won it. Just the last tournament we had.
Oh yeah, that's right. Last tournament. Yep.
After they were the first 1 seed, lost to a 16
lost
seed.
To a 16 seed. Yeah, exactly. Do we see
that
that
shit if that don't say rigged by the NCAA, I don't know what does.
Do we see that happening this year? Do we see a 16 taking out a 1? Do we see Hartford taking out Baylor?
Hartford.
Do we see Drexel taking out Illinois, Kenny?
Absolutely not.
Norfolk State taking out Gonzaga. Let's shoot Kenny's whole shit down.
Listen, I love you, Jayhawk. I love what you're doing for this. Listen, if I'm wrong, if there is one that I'm going to be wrong about, I hope exactly. I hope I'm wrong. I've watched Gonzaga play all year, and it's just that team is. I don't know who beats them.
It just takes one team to get hot in one night. That's all that matters.
Yeah, right. That's the most fun part about college basketball. You don't need not a 7-game series. I just need to be better than you tonight.
Yep.
Right. Absolutely.
Texas Southern, Mount St. Mary's. Texas Southern into the tourney.
Yeah, that was another one where Texas Southern was down by double digits going into the half.
And then they won by double digits.
Yep.
Now they get smoked by Michigan. Imagine that, like you just had a crazy comeback, right? You're like, oh, boys, we're in the tournament. Oh shit, we gotta play Michigan.
Right.
That's the tough thing about these playing games. You get in the tournament, but then you get pay a number 1 team.
But that's why I like how they incorporated the 11 seed as a playing game now too, because these guys actually have a chance to like the 11 seed can upset a 6 seed.
I love that. Yeah, easy. Those are the hardest games to pick for me. Anything from like 5 to 13, anything in between there, that area is tough for me to pick.
And even sometimes the 4 and 13 is tough. Like I used to be like, oh, heavy on the 4, but like I don't know, man. The way that the game has evolved now too, like there's so much more talent going to these mid-major schools, and the kids just don't get love until like John Morant was at Murray State. Like was the best player in that draft coming out.
He was killing that year too.
Yeah.
Do we like Oklahoma State, even though they only have 1 player?
Yes. I like Oklahoma State, at least. I don't know if we do, but I do.
I like him too. I think that man is a baller. I think that's what you need in a tournament is a guy that can just carry you when it's needed. Obviously, help is nice to have, but if you have just one MVP of your team, that's a great build for the tournament. Somebody to rely on.
Right. There's a couple things that you just need in college. You need when it comes to the tournament. You need good backcourt play or good guard play, and you need it just win the matchup. Yeah, exactly.
I would say rebounding would be the most important part in the tournament.
But if you don't have guard play, you're nothing. So Oklahoma State having Cade Cunningham, who is a point forward, like he slows the game down like that, is a huge advantage for them.
Yep. Yeah, he's a lottery pick, I think, for sure, right?
Yeah, right now he's talked about being the number 1 pick.
Oof. There's so many teams, man. Like if Syracuse is out of it, Kenny, who do you want to win the game? Who would you like to win?
Who would I like to win, or who do I think is going to win? Those 2 different things.
Who would you like to
Who?
win?
Syracuse was out of it. Honestly, I was heavy on Illinois all year, so I was actually very upset that Syracuse got put in the same region as them.
So you wanted them to win?
Yeah, but after they won their conference tournament, I actually was a little upset there too, because a lot of times if you look, the team that wins like their big conference tournament, like the Big 12, the Big East, the bigger team ones, they don't go on to win the national championship.
Never.
It's very tough. So Illinois winning that kind of made me like, but that's why I would like to see one.
I also think, like we were talking about with Syracuse earlier, like I think that it bodes really well for Syracuse that they did get bounced by Virginia, just because they have that rest, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta gear up for this tourney. Like this is not no normal regular season college basketball. Like this is games and nights. Like you got to get ready to go right after your game.
And
if you win.
with COVID this year, it was actually really better when teams got bounced early because you had less chance of exposure. You're able to quarantine quicker, get more practices. Like Virginia wasn't able to practice until like a day or two ago because they had COVID and were in quarantine. So like, yeah, Virginia's a 4 seed, or I have to believe they're a 4 seed, but they might get bounced early because you're getting, like you ain't been able to practice. The school you're playing against, they've been practicing for a whole 2 weeks.
Who are they playing against? Let's find out.
There's games from 12 to what?
12 to midnight.
12 to midnight. Okay.
So Virginia's playing against Creighton.
They got who?
Creighton.
No. Virginia's they're playing Ohio. Creighton would be round 2. You're right. That reminded me though, because Creighton's a 5 seed.
You're right.
Yeah. 8. Yeah. 4. It's a 4 to 13. So yeah, it's Ohio. Yeah.
Yo, don't sleep on Ohio. Their point guard Jason Preston, elite.
Lots of games, man. Lots of games.
Tomorrow's gonna be so fun.
Gear up, boys.
So fun.
Gear up. Get ready to go.
Yeah.
Nets play at 8. Let's play at 8 when? Tomorrow?
You said who?
Nets.
Oh. He said Nets.
I'm tuned in.
To the Nets or to college basketball?
I got 16 fucking monitors over here. I'm ready to go. I'll get Nets.
TNT, got TBS.
I'll get golf going. I'll get Nets going. I'll get the March Madness going. I'll get some FIFA. Like, you name it. I'm playing games.
Can't wait. Oh, my goodness. This is the best time of the year. Like, it's just so – there's something to do for 4 straight days for the next 4 weeks.
All right, man.
I'm debating about calling out now.
Yeah.
I have a ton of PTO too, like 60 hours worth.
Call it. If it's paid, call it. The hell? If you're ever gonna call in and get paid for a time, it's to watch the March Madness, man. The first day is always the best. I think the first 2 days are always the best.
How many upsets do you guys see tomorrow?
Oh,
what you saying? And what do we consider an upset?
Anything a lower seed over a higher seed.
Anything?
Yeah, it's got because the
only
one
like 8.
I would say 8, 9 is the only one that I'm like about. But,
okay.
But I guess we could consider it just for the sake of. So what? Tomorrow there's 16 games being played.
I'd say 5.
So, yeah, we'll set the over under at 4.5.
4.5.
Mm-hmm.
Take the over on that.
You taking the over?
Yeah, and I'll go 5.
I'm taking the under.
Yeah, I'm taking
the under on that. We're gonna see what happens. We'll send a tweet out.
I'd go over.
Over?
Because I'm trying to think of a couple games that I feel
madness tomorrow.
Listen, the group chat is gonna be on fire. So if y'all want peace, you better D&D that shit. Yeah, I'm with you, B. Or I think the over.
I'm gonna go over.
I'm not mad at it.
I would say over. I would say 5. I think 5 is the number.
Because you got to think, because they're going to be 2-1 versus 16, so the odds of that happening are slim.
That's slim.
Even your 2, and then there's going to be 2 and 15, so that's also slim. So when you bring 5 or 6 sounds like the right number.
Kenny, I'm about to mute Kenny on I'm about to mute Kenny's profile, March Madness, and Syracuse all on Twitter.
You need to, because
you seen that shot? You seen that? Look at that 2-3.
Wait, the thing that Syracuse don't play till 9:45 tomorrow night. I got to bust all day long.
Oh man. Oh,
I got to bust all day until I see that.
Jeez. Who's their matchup?
San Diego State.
Okay.
And San Diego State last year was a favorite to win the tournament, and they lost their starting point guard, who Malachi Flynn was great. But this year they were still a great team. I think they might have got underseeded, but we'll see.
2-3 zone, man. I think it's the only time during college basketball that it helps you for the Syracuse right now. Every other time, I think they should be playing.
And guess what? Nothing else matters, though.
It's true. I agree. One game, man. It's all about, you got to take it one game at a time.
Right.
Yeah, San Diego State released some bulletin board material though earlier this week, whether they realized it or not. They had a hype tape like of them practicing, and one of their coaches was, talking to the team like, "We're playing Syracuse. But they're not the typical Syracuse. They don't got bigs like that no more." Bulletin board material. I mean, they might not be wrong.
He's not wrong.
I'm not giving Marek Dolezaj that ammunition.
I don't know. I feel like I weigh more than Dolezaj.
Yeah, but Dolezaj is a monster. Like the charge he drew from Zion Williamson shows you the kid is willing to die in a basketball court.
He's willing to die. That's a person I want on my team.
Yeah, exactly.
If Buddy, it's all to Buddy in my eyes for that team. If Buddy's going to carry that team.
Guard play, it's it. Buddy and the freshman Kadari Richmond coming off the bench is going to be the X factor in this tournament.
Yep.
All right. We'll segue to the second madness. It's not better than March Madness, but off-season NFL has been going absolutely nuts. I can breathe. I got 2 quarterbacks now. I thought I only had 1. I got 2 now since the last podcast. You know what I'm saying? So
you got 1 in a tight end.
According to ESPN, you feel me?
He's a running back.
It feels good. It feels good to be out of negative $80 million for the season coming up. I can breathe. They're starting to sign people back. Marcus Williams might be coming back. Well, he is going to come back, yes, or he sits out because they franchise tagged him. What's been going on? What y'all been thinking about the offseason and
I
the
lost my
complete
whole team.
madness? Oh, yeah, I saw Troy Hill sign too. He's gone.
My whole team's gone.
Yeah.
We
I always thought he played pretty good too.
We kept 2 players. That's it. We kept Leonard Floyd and we kept Darius Williams, which I'm happy with both of them. But I mean, we got rid of John Johnson, we got rid of Troy Hill, we got rid of Morgan Fox, we got rid of Michael Brockers. Just bad, man.
Could be worse. You could have a team that had no one on defense to begin with, and then you let everyone on that defense go, and then you only brought in Eric Harris. So, I mean, it could be worse. We had no one. We let everybody go, and then brought in one guy.
Yeah, man. And you know what else is driving me fucking crazy? Every elite offensive lineman, you name it, they signed in the NFC West.
Corey Lindsley.
Alex Mack.
Yep. He went to the did Corey go to the Cardinals? I think he did.
Yeah, because I know that Alex Mack went to the Niners to reunite with Kyle Shanahan.
Yep, and they have Trent Williams over there as well.
Yeah, fun division again next year.
And the Seahawks took Gerald Everett from us as well.
They didn't take anything. You guys didn't give them the money.
They did, so they took him from us, exactly.
I think they traded for
and the entitlement in the words there.
Didn't the Seahawks trade for an O-lineman? Was it Gabe Jackson from the Raiders?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Honestly, I'm being dead ass with you right now. If you look, every elite offensive lineman in free agency, they all signed with an NFC West team.
Where'd Rodney Hudson go? Did he go to the NFC West?
Mm-hmm.
Did he really?
Yeah. I think he went to, where'd he go? 40.
I think he went to the. I think he went to the. No. I think he went to the Cardinals.
I think he did go to the Cardinals.
Oh, they about to kill.
So where did Lindsley go? Lindsley went there too?
Yeah, I believe so. Are they both centers?
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna play one guard. Yeah.
They lost. The Cardinals did lose Kenyon Drake. They lost Hassan Reddick as well. So we did, some players that we thought.
Yeah. The Kenyon Drake thing to me isn't a big deal because the running back class is so good.
Chargers.
Okay, the Chargers. Okay, so
Chargers. Okay.
AFC West.
Hey, yeah, shout out to Matt Filer. Son got another big contract.
Yes.
You feel me? Got to represent one time for the one time. Yeah, he
Bro, it's over. Honestly, it's over for the Rams.
He got a 5-year. He got a 5-year, 63.
I'm saying third place NFC West Rams this year.
You said what?
Neil, shut up. Shut up. Because a month ago they were Super Bowl favorites. I'm not doing this.
And then we lost.
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
This is about off-season madness. It's not about the prediction.
The team is
crying
gone.
Early. The title of this is IBTE Sports Podcast. March Madness and NFL offseason madness.
NFL offseason.
It's not
you look
at IBTE Sports Podcast. Neil cries about losing all his players because they have no money to begin with.
At the moves that were made in the
Right, and that's
offseason,
what I'm saying.
95% of them directly affected my team in the NFC West. I'm
That's
just saying.
unfortunate. You should have put a clause. You should have put a clause in the contracts or something. I don't know what you could have did. You could have figured it out. You could have.
We could have fucking not signed Todd Gurley. We could have not signed fucking Brandon Cooks. We could have not fucking signed Jared Goff.
Or you could have signed those guys, and then just not got rid of them after 1 year.
Well, we didn't have a choice with Todd Gurley.
No, I know this, but that's what happens when you throw a boatload of money and then give them up for the contract.
Another 1,000-yard season.
I know. I'm just. That's what happens when you play Madden in real life. You can't just give a boatload of money away and then after a year say, I don't like this guy anymore. I want a new player instead. That's not how the NFL works.
Well, we have cap space.
Dude,
we can sign
Madden.
Only because you had to restructure everybody. That was my point. Like that's why you don't.
We restructured everybody and we cut a lot of people.
Point.
Like we lost a lot of people, obviously.
Yeah, it's rough out there.
I had a thought.
The Saints restructured.
Oh yeah, no, we're saving you because you had to go one, Phil. So we're letting you wait. You don't worry. Your time's coming.
Oh man.
Yeah, the Falcons. The bright spot is we restructured Matt Ryan, and with the restructure, it says that for the next 3 years, Matt Ryan's a starting quarterback, which actually I love. I know I was riding the Justin Fields party bus. He was my guy, but only because I didn't know what the future held. Now I know that this GM and head coach are committed to Matt Ryan. We're drafting Kyle Pitts at 4. We're going all in on this offense. Kyle Pitts, come on home, buddy.
Just so Justin Fields dropped to 15, we'll be good. Or
Yeah.
hey, they might trade him.
I do want to let you guys know that the Saints are negative $10 million. I just want to one time. That shit's crazy.
What are the Rams at now? Because they were like negative 20 something.
Yes,
We're positive. We have enough to sign our incoming draft class at 1.5 mil.
You guys are currently what?
We have enough to sign our draft class at 1.5 mil.
I see negative right now.
It might not be updated. The moves might not have been made official.
Les Snead came out, made a video of him just with a table, just with a bunch of Rams hats.
The Rams will probably be trash.
You guys are never negative 16 with the top 51 on your roster.
Yeah, so that probably means that the stuff just hasn't been made official yet, all the restructures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they haven't announced them yet, but they announced them, if you know what I mean.
Right, like because they couldn't do anything until today anyways.
Right, exactly.
But yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they moved what's the name's money back too. Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is due just below $1 million this year.
Yeah, because what they do is they convert their salary to a bonus, which I don't understand how that works. You're still paying them, so how doesn't it kind of get the cap? But whatever, I don't get paid enough money to worry about it. So
finesse, true.
Yeah,
finesse.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of teams that off season means everything. A lot of teams off season means nothing. Like in the case of the New England Patriots, I don't think off season means fucking anything for them because they still have a quarterback who ran for more touchdowns than he threw for last year.
The offseason's not finished yet.
Wait,
all right, Phil.
A quarterback.
So we're ready for you, Phil.
Wait, he segued to Phil on that? Who's he? He's talking to Phil? Oh, okay. I think he's talking to me. I was about to say, damn, I missed the Saints season.
Almost on Cam, so I think we're good on that. So last season, hopefully, I think it is. But just uncharacteristic offseason from the Patriots. Just threw money at everyone and anyone. First, it was Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry. Come on down. We traded for Trent Brown to start it off. Just a lot of people. Just Jalen Mills. I was very concerned about Jalen Mills, but after Lauren reminded me, he played in Philadelphia, so who knows? He probably a lot better.
I think he moves really well for a corner, but he's oblivious. And I feel like once he gets with Bill, he'll be probably coached up a little bit better.
I think they overpaid is the only problem.
Yeah. But I think it's a plus for them because whenever a corner goes to New England, what happens? They improve.
No, you're not wrong.
They improve, so we're gonna see.
Is he gonna play corner though, or is he gonna play safety for them?
I don't know.
No.
I think he'll play safety now that Chung is gone.
Yeah, I mean, Phil, you better go turn that tape on of him tackling. I'm not sure on his tackling, so you might want to go check that out.
Check it out. Yeah, I mean,
because you put him at safety, he can't tackle. That's rough.
Did Chung officially retire, or is it like can he
This was
retired.
like put out by multiple official reports.
Well, what I'm
Wait,
saying
y'all
is,
didn't see his thing he wrote out?
Oh, I didn't see the thing that he wrote. No.
Yeah, he's retired.
I mean, if Jordan can come back, maybe Chung can.
bro. But what I'm saying is, why, if any GM is out there right now, I don't understand why nobody's done it yet. But like we said, it's only the first day. They put a second round tender on J.C. Jackson, a second round tender.
I was confused about that, yeah.
What are you doing?
I was expecting him to get paid like the other defensive players.
You saying that's not enough?
Oh, go pick him up. You fucking give him a second round pick for J.C. Jackson, who was potentially a top 5-10 defensive player of the year last year.
But then again, what Bill want with that second?
I could be wrong, but also though them giving the second round tender allows them the ability to match whatever offer he gets.
Yes, it's a restricted free agency, but still,
I don't know why we did
only
that.
a second round tender. I think it's kind of disrespectful to J.C. Jackson, but
I know. And
Imagine if he goes to like
who do you think's going after him and giving up a second? Well, do you think the Dolphins? They have Xavier Howard. They have Byron Jones. I know what you're saying, Lawrence, but do you think that they go after him though?
Lockdown
When you have to give up a second round pick for him, that's what you got to.
It's true.
I would.
They got two. What do they got? 2 first round picks.
Yeah, I know. You're not wrong. I'm just.
Well, hold on. Matter of fact, let me check their cap too. I want to check their cap.
After the year that J.C. Jackson had, I was expecting him to get paid like Judon and them.
That's what I mean. I don't understand.
Pay your what? He had 9 interceptions on the year last year, and
$11 million. That's what they're at right now. After obviously paying Will Fuller the big chunk of that 1-year deal, and they had to do a 1-year deal because he can't stay out of nonsense.
Yeah.
So
with Gilmore potentially, going out the team, that's going to be your best corner. So you don't have to pay him.
The Miami Dolphins are here. Like
they send Will Fuller. Who else? Brissett.
I'm thinking about this team. Like this is not okay.
Even everyone.
I like the Dolphins.
Yeah, this is not okay. They got.
I don't like their quarterback, but I like their team.
No, right.
I think that's gonna eventually come. They're gonna have to either, like you said, we're gonna let him play his rookie contract out, and then they're probably the year before it ends.
Nah, you can tell by the moves.
I think this is year.
This is the year.
This is the year.
Yeah, this is his test year. If it don't pan out this year,
they got him a lot of help. But he has no excuses this year. If it doesn't work,
he's got to get 10 wins.
Oh, 100%. Playoffs are bust.
Plus, speaking on the Dolphins, a lot of teams on AFC East made a lot of moves. The Jets made some moves. The Bills grabbed Emmanuel Sanders. Just a lot of moves were made in the AFC East.
Jets look like I don't know who they're getting these weapons for. Is it for Sam Darnold? Is it for Zach Wilson? But they look like they brought in Corey Davis. They're talking to Juju.
You got Keenan Cole right now. They signed him earlier today.
Oh, they did sign. Okay, so I mean, the Jets they're making moves for somebody. I don't know who that somebody is yet.
All right. If they get
Juju, they brought in Carl Lawson.
$38 million is what they got to spend.
And they could potentially get Juju.
They got Carl Lawson.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. They got Patrick.
They brought back Marcus May.
They got Patrick. Patrick. I forgot. I don't know how to say his last name. He's from.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Corey Davis too.
Yeah, they got Corey Davis, and they're talking to Juju now.
Hold on.
Marcus Jr. A lot of other people just.
What you got going on over here? What you trying to get into?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're I don't know who they're doing it for, but they're doing it.
This is crazy. $38 million.
The AFC East is gonna be a lot more competitive.
What other big splashes were today or this
Kenny
week?
Galladay went to the Giants.
Well,
pending
physical.
Yeah, pending.
Well, all right. Kenny Galladay's on the Giants.
The Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders got Kenny and Drake.
But we don't know how bad his body is either. Right. It might be an Albert Hainsworth situation.
He played 5 games last year. How bad could his body be?
Do you not watch him for the majority of his career?
But I know. But he played 5 games last year.
He had nothing but time to heal up. He's saying.
He's got to heal. They didn't make the playoffs. It's healing time.
Man, never know.
Did the Chiefs grab some O-line help finally?
Yes.
Tooney, right?
Yeah.
OG Tooney, and they grabbed Kyle Long, the newly unretired Kyle Long. They grabbed.
Yeah, I'm not that sold on that one though.
Yeah.
I think he's like a shredded 300 right now. So he's an absolute monster. He was a monster. He was a Pro Bowler nonstop when he was in Chicago. That's a great pickup. It's a really good pickup.
And I just think the time being out of football doesn't help.
Yeah, we have to have.
Although it's not a skill position he's playing, so that that helps.
We'll see what happens. What do y'all think about Matt Nagy saying bye to Mitch and saying Andy Dalton, you're our starter?
Well, I think saying bye to Mitch was the smartest thing he's ever done, followed up by the dumbest thing he's ever. Well, this was Ryan Pace's decision, but the dumbest thing he's ever done is that bringing Andy Dalton.
I know Allen Robinson is just punching the wall right now.
Listen, the Bears are the definition of panic. They panicked. They got rid of Mitch Trubisky because they had to. They still had Nick Foles, who is probably better than Andy Dalton, to be honest with you. And you have a draft coming up, but you rushed to sign Andy Dalton, and you guaranteed him the starter job. That's why I signed with you. Okay. You just want to lose. That's fine.
They missed that badly on us. They just panicked and grabbed Andy Dalton.
Yes.
So. Yikes.
They panicked.
A lot of moves.
Hey,
a lot of moves. It's only first day.
Who else?
I do got to say, though, with the Patriots, I think that it might have been smart how they played it out. We're not going to be in the Galladay sweepstakes. There's no other elite number one wide receiver.
I was really hoping they're going to get credit for the Panthers.
So let's go grab two great tight ends and get some average receivers around them.
Well, you know why he had to grab tight ends, because Cam's arm is gone. So you can play
Cam is even
bully ball.
Training camp.
Who's their quarterback going to be?
It could be someone. It could be Justin Fields. It could be Trey Lance. Who knows? They're going to try to. I mean, rumors had it they're trying to. Draft.
I don't see those guys last until 15, though.
That's how they're trying to get up.
Yeah.
Especially with a lot of quarterbacks, we don't know their future in the NFL.
Or they might trade up for a receiver. Who knows? All I've been hearing, like the last couple of days.
No need to trade up for a receiver ever, unless it's generational talent like Julio Jones and AJ Green in that draft class.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to trade up high enough to get Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase.
You can forget about it.
Norfolk State is only up 8 right now.
No, they're not. It's 41 to 29.
It's 41 to 32.
Oh, they cooked him. Got him. Bang.
0 points in the last 3 minutes.
Get it together.
Jayhawk just came in though, so the game's about to turn up.
Man, his team is bad. Oh my God! Oh, he missed a dunk. He missed a dunk.
This guy.
Oh.
Live. This guy.
Jesus Christ!
You're funny on the playback. I'm seeing it. You sit up in your seat on the YouTube.
Bro, this is the dunk. He flushed it. He should have flushed that shit. I missed that shit. I'm expecting like maybe 6 wins out of the Saints this year.
Ooh. I mean, if they're eligible to play, though.
The Saints?
Yes, they might not have enough people on the roster.
You have to have like at least.
Where did we get this? Like, did we even look at the roster? Why are we saying they don't got enough to fill the team?
Coach needs to call a timeout. I don't know what he's doing.
They got 58. Listen, they got 58 active players right now. 58. Okay, so let's go check. Let's go check the Patriots.
I got a question. I'm being dead serious.
The Patriots have 71.
Lattimore and Ramczyk, are they? Is their contract up? Or I'm being dead serious. I don't know.
No, they have right now. It's showing base salary. I think they're all in their last year. This is
okay. This is the 5th year option because they're first round picks. Okay.
No. This would be.
Well, Lattimore was a first round pick.
Because 2017, this would be the season coming up would be their.
Oh, this will be the 4th only.
2017, 18. Oh yeah, so this would be it. This is to be the last year on the contract.
So it's the 4th year you're saying?
The 5th year coming up.
Oh, so okay, so that's
2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21. So this is it for them. So it's either find space for them or let them walk. So Ramczyk is looking at 11. He's looking at 11 million this year. Lattimore is looking at 10.2. Who else? Was Davenport? I think Davenport was.
Davenport was drafted after them.
Yeah, after, and then obviously Kamara got addressed already.
Well, you know what solves a lot of problems for them after this year?
Mm-hmm.
I know the city of New Orleans loves him, but he's getting old, and at that position, you can't be old. Cam Jordan.
Cam Jordan. I said last year because
Mm-hmm.
he disappears in the playoffs. He vanishes. Like all season, he's got 10, 13 sacks. In the playoffs come, he can't get around the tackle. He was getting absolutely mauled by the rookie tackles in the Bucks game. He's getting owned the whole game by Tristan, the entire game.
And it's bad though, just because how much he runs his mouth. Like, and then even after they lose and he plays like garbage, he still talks like he had an elite performance. Like, bro, like you gotta chill. You gotta sit this one out.
Maybe I might be being a little harsh on him, but you're the best player you're the leader of the D line and the defense. You gotta show up. Like
he's the mouthpiece of the team too. If you're gonna run your mouth as much as he does,
yeah,
you gotta have elite level performances in big games.
I mean, he's really gonna be tested this year since Trey Hendrickson went to the Bengals, so it's gonna be even more pressure on Cam Jordan.
That was big for Cincy.
If Davenport could stay healthy, he's gonna help him out a lot.
What do you feel about Jameis Winston? Do you think he can take your team to the playoffs?
I like Jameis Winston personally. Like I like him because now there's instead of the playbook being 100,000 plays, with Drew Brees it was 25,000. Now
breaking.
Now you
Patriots re-signed David Andrews.
What?
Who's that?
Their starting center.
Center.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. No, I like me personally. I like Jameis Winston. Some people say crazy because of the 30 picks. Obviously, like there's no matter who has him, you're gonna say the 30 picks over and over and over again because that's a terrible feat. But he also had 30 touchdowns and he can throw the ball.
And 5,000 yards.
And he had 5,000 yards and he can throw the ball 80 yards. So like, I'm assuming that he did what he was supposed to do while Drew Brees was there. And watch how he worked and watch how he operated during the game. And Sean Payton on top of that. But I like him.
He got LASIK eye surgery. Like that makes a difference.
Yeah. So
he didn't know where he was throwing.
And I don't really I had Drew Brees as a quarterback from the fan standpoint, so I couldn't really complain about a quarterback other than him disappearing in the playoffs. So like Jameis Winston is better than a lot of other people, like a second round banking on a rookie. Like unless you're in the top 10, Saints is in the bottom 10 of the draft, and it's like at that point, who's gonna be our quarterback? Then I gotta go. Trey Lance or whoever it is. He's a quarterback.
Trey Lance won't be there anyways.
Yeah, but I'm saying like what is he number 2 now? Is he
no? He's still. They're flip flopping him in fields between 3 and 4, but they think that 4 quarterbacks can go in the top 5. Like that's how good they're ranking these quarterbacks this year.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, I don't either. But
what do y'all think about Jameis? What do y'all think about Jameis?
I think Jameis Winston is a good quarterback. But I don't know if he's gonna win. I don't think he can win you anything.
I think for me is I just want to see it. Like, is he gonna be able to do it or not? Because I think this year is gonna tell all. They give him the 1 year for I think it's $3 million total.
Yeah, I think before Brady
13 million, I thought.
13?
Yeah, I thought it was 13.
I'm looking at base salary. It says $1 million, and then the signing bonus is 1.5.
Jeez.
There's no way it's time for that. Unless there's incentives or something.
There
might be $3 million. That was the deal.
He signed 1 year 5.5, including a 4.5 million signing bonus, and then basically the whole contract's guaranteed. So 5.5.
Here we go. Yeah.
5.5 million.
The deal is a base value of $5.5 million. Mm-hmm. According to Adam Schefter, the contract could max out at $12 million.
It's the same as Cam's.
So that's a great deal for him to take.
Yeah, I mean, before Brady came to the Bucks, that Bucks team was close to making the playoffs. It was just a couple bad throws from Jameis that cost him the season.
That's what I was trying to tell people. Like Kenny knows too.
Yeah, the yards and the touchdowns were there too.
We said
wasn't much different.
I said that right.
Team wasn't much different. Do you add Devin White? Devin White is controlling that entire defense. If you take him out, Lavonte David is great, but he's getting older. Now you got another guy that can run around the field. Who's the other linebacker before he got moved? Lavonte David and who else? It was another one. They were paired together and they ran around the field all day long, wreaking havoc. Trying to think.
Shaq? Shaq Barrett.
I know years ago they had that
Shaq.
Foster,
Not
dude,
Shaq,
but
not
that was
Shaq
years
Barrett.
ago.
Yeah, it was, say Reuben Foster or something. I mean, well, once looking it up, just going off of the recent Patriots signing again, was it like the 14th or 15th signing? I thought they re-signed Ted Karras, who was on the team before, but Ted Karras played in Miami, so I thought once they signed Ted Karras that David Andrews wouldn't be able to come back, but I guess they pulled it off somehow again. So I wonder how much money they're paying him, but I'm just happy they get one of the.
I think he knows what Jameis knows. He has to prove something, or he's never going to get a job in the NFL again. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not that he won't get a job in the NFL, but he won't be a starter.
He has everything. He has everything he needs. Like, okay, I would say you plug in another tight end and another receiver, and
I was gonna say they need a number 2 receiver again now because they just got rid of the only one they had.
But like,
well, you need one. You have Michael Thomas. That's it.
I like Traquan Smith. I like him. Me personally, he's got speed. He gets open. He's physical. He can block. Like all things that I watch during the game. Like it may not be a flashy name, but the plays he makes are pretty good. So
I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
The other linebacker was Kwan Alexander. This is before he was all injured and shit. But those two together, now you got Devin White.
He retired, I think, didn't he? Kwan Alexander retired.
No, he was with the Saints towards Achilles. Yeah. The Saints had to release him because he had $16 million for this year. That was a big chunk of money.
I knew he was on the 49ers. Is he on the 49ers?
No,
he got traded. Yeah, he got traded to the Saints.
He got traded from the 49ers.
Oh, that's right.
And then he played 2 games. He was just getting going towards Achilles. It's like, damn.
I mean,
and that would have been nice. Him, Alex, and DeMario.
I'm pretty sure all these Rangers moves are going to shake up our draft boards, so we just got to go back to the drawing board and then just start moving around some stuff.
Yeah. But I think, like I said, the Bucks is a good team. They've been a good team. They've been slowly getting their pieces. I feel like they were missing DBs. Now they got feisty DBs.
They're still missing DBs, if you ask me. But I mean, they obviously
Carlton Davis is
not great.
Carlton Davis is a fighter. He's feisty, but then you got and then what's Dean is trash.
Jamal Dean, that is their weakness right now. Is their DBs. Like if you're gonna beat the Bucks, tear it out.
They folding up over here with 9 minutes left. Yikes.
Not good. This is not good.
Okay, J-Hawk.
Oh, I would just like to point out Bill Raftery on the call was getting all excited and says, Jalen Hawkins, the kid from Bronx, the New York City in him. He's not from the Bronx.
Yeah, because they did the profile on him or whatever. He explained it. Yeah, I saw that. That's how it is. But, man.
Hurt.
Hey.
What do you Neil, what you expecting out of Matthew Stafford, number wise?
45 and 10. 4,500 yards, 45 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
45 and 10.
What do you see from?
So he turns the ball over. We're gonna give him. He's pretty good holding the ball or whatever when he's quarterback. We'll give him 6 lost fumbles. So 16 turnovers. Y'all going to the Super Bowl if he throws for 45 touchdowns. That's not happening. I don't believe that.
How? We
that's 16. That's like 16 turnovers. Being generous on the fumbles. Kenny's locked in over there.
Wait, no, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. Like,
I don't.
Do you know how many touchdowns? 45 passing touchdowns. Like that don't happen every day.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, but I'm talking to you. You're saying
if
that happens, they won't go to the Super Bowl.
No, I'm saying that's an incredible number.
Oh, okay. No, I was confused because you were.
No, I'm like if he does that, like I'm saying 45 plus turning the ball over 16 times, a turnover a game, they're gonna win 14 games.
Okay, you confused the hell out of me. I thought you were saying they weren't. I was like,
no, I'm saying that's just not. I'm saying that's just unlikely. Like that's not gonna happen. That's basically what I'm saying.
And he's also adding that they won't make the Super Bowl.
Oh, I thought you about to put words in my mouth saying playoffs. I ain't see all that because you was about to say playoffs. Hold on.
Let's have a 2-point game.
Yeah.
Jeez. But I think he'll have an impressive year. I like Robert Woods, man.
Robert Woods runs a 4 or 5. He runs a 4 or 5. What is there not to love?
Depends on Cooper Cup's health too.
I wish he came to New Orleans.
He's fine. Cooper Kupp is fine. He's got to stay fine, though. And we need to sign another wide receiver. We don't have another wide receiver. Oh, we have Van Jefferson.
You don't like Reynolds?
What about is he gone?
Reynolds is free agent, so
we
we haven't signed him. We haven't re-signed him yet, and I don't think we're going to.
I think they like Van Jefferson a lot. I think that was always their plan.
That's why we're not signing Josh Reynolds.
Yeah. They'll probably draft another guy.
We might set the record next year for comp picks with the amount of free agents we've lost this year.
Yeah. It's not impossible.
Jesus Christ.
That won't be a first round pick.
Down by 1.
He said down by 1. All right, man. Any last words on what's going on? I know we wanna get to this Jayhawk game to watch the closing minutes. Y'all,
I mean,
I see Kenny's glasses. I see people in the basketball court going up and down. He's locked in over there. Any last words, Kenny? You go first. Then you can focus back.
Now everybody, just enjoy this weekend. It's going to be great. Even if you're not a college basketball fan, tune in. It's going to be fun. And if you guys got a stimulus, shout out to you. Spend it wisely.
Yeah.
Or not.
So or not.
Yeah, or unwisely.
Or
it's your money. Do what you want with
Or
it.
not.
It's your wallet.
I don't judge.
Well, also us at IBT are not held responsible for any legal actions you do with your money.
Disclaimer: guidelines.
Right.
I put mine to good use, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Credit card cleared.
Say clear.
That's a fact.
I got to put it as a down payment on the 21 Accord. I had to.
Seen it. Looks nice.
I want to go sleep in that car right now. Phil, what's your last words, bro?
Probably just like what Kenny said. Sit down. If you have a job Friday, it doesn't matter. Just call out like Kenny did. Just enjoy your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a very good couple weeks of basketball. And side note, NBA trade deadline coming up. More stuff. Just a lot of exciting news. Free agency. Just a lot of good things happening in sports right now. So glad to see all that.
All right, I'll go next, and then I'll let Neil finish it out here.
And then Phil's got to do his drawing.
Oh yeah, okay. Bet. For me, last words is keep pushing, keep being productive. You never know where you could be in a year. You feel me? Fuck you, Neil. You never know where you be in a year. Keep working. Don't listen to the haters.
Oof.
They're gonna label you, but it's okay. You label yourself. You put yourself in your own box. Matter of fact, there is no box. You do your own thing. That's my.
In the words of Michael Jordan, the ceiling is the roof.
And then I took it personally. I can't believe you really said that shit. All right, now what you got, man? What's your last words for the people?
Just gonna get real with y'all for a second. Over the week, we had some devastating news out in Atlanta. We had a white terrorist walk into a nail salon and shoot and kill multiple nail salons and shoot and kill 8 Asian Americans. The hate has to stop. No matter what the race is, no matter what the nationality is, no matter what the gender is, it's constant hate in this country. It needs to stop, man.
Facts.
Stop Asian hate. Black Lives Matter. It's all relevant. It's going to stay relevant. End racism. We have a new president. We should be changing our mindsets. Everything should change, man. I just hate to see it. It's crazy stuff. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy.
Be the change you want to see.
It needs to happen. It's crazy. It's crazy to refresh your Twitter feed every minute, every day, every hour, every month, and see something crazy like that happening.
And I was ignorant to the fact because I woke up. I didn't know what was going on. I saw the press conference with the dumbass sheriff saying that
get rid of him.
Saying that
he had a bad day.
Yeah.
Bad day. Go out and kill.
And then I was like, all right, somebody got killed. I'm like, all right, I gotta go look into this. And then I see everybody posting it. See Phil, you posted it. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, oh, they got a whole hashtag going on. So I had to.
It's
I didn't really say nothing because I didn't know what was going on. So I had to look into that.
But it's not called terrorism.
That shit's crazy.
It's not. That's the thing. That sheriff should be fired. He not only did he say what he said, but he also has Facebook posts of him posting the China virus coronavirus or whatever, with saying China CHY-NA virus. Just racism. It's pure racism. And obviously, the other minorities in the country get slept on because of the constant racism that Black people have been facing for thousands of years now. But it's out there and it's prevalent.
Yeah.
And
sure.
if anything, Asian Americans have been facing it even worse now with coronavirus. So it just needs to stop. Stop the hate.
And to finish off before Phil goes is there's so much hate, but at the same time, there's just this narrative of the people that the energy is pushed towards. They have to address it, which is just not how. Which it should not be. Like, before we even get in this topic, like the people that are getting the energy pushed towards them should not be the ones to try to fix this.
The responsibility is not on Asian Americans to change people. The responsibility is not on Black Americans to change how people treat them. The responsibility is on you, whoever the racist person is, whether you be white, Asian, Indian, whatever you Black. If you're the racist, you need to change, not the person you're being racist towards.
And just like David Coelho said, I shared it to these guys. When the police come for a person that robbed him, the police ain't gonna come to the person that got robbed and say, "Why were you robbed?" They're gonna go find the fucking people that did it. Plain and simple. They're not gonna ask the person that's the victim, why were you a victim of this crime? You feel me? So
ridiculous.
When we're gonna end it, that got a little heavy right there. We're gonna finish it. Phil's got his drawing to do. Just briefly go over it again, so people that weren't in at first, they can know what's going on.
Oh, first of all, before I even start, thank you guys for the love from all those speeches, because I know I heard the news at the beginning of the week. It was completely saddening. I have a group chat. All me and my boys talked about it. Mm-hmm. It's just something that ever since the coronavirus happened, it's just a huge hit to all of us. So thank you for your guys' support at IBT and whoever is watching and stuff like that. The love is really real, and we appreciate it.
Definitely, bro. Anytime.
Yep. And then going back to the drawing. So basically, as of right now, I have 4 people who signed up. It's gonna be a random drawing, and I have a little, Wheel of Fortune / roulette wheel, and for all my gamblers out there. So we have a wheel that's gonna land, and wherever it stops, the person who wins the drawing, whoever name it lands on, they will get a free entry to the Baller Central Bracket Challenge, which the deadline of the games they start at 12:15. So just make sure to get in contact with me, or I'll get in contact with you, and we'll get that bracket and entry set up. So I'm gonna press this little wheel right here. I don't know how great the lighting is, but
look at that APR 199. You can only dream. Need a perfect credit score to get the 199 on anything.
Oh wait, I'll block it out. We don't want free ads at IBTE. Hold on. Okay, so perfect wheel. So our participants, we have Lawrence, I have my boy John, my boy Tommy, and we have Showboat in the, aka George.
Hey,
also,
shout out to Showboat. He's always in there supporting.
Time out. How did we get in this? Didn't I have to just like a post? Because I swore I liked it.
You already have the max brackets though, Kenny.
Oh, that's right. 2 brackets. You're right. Had to think about that for a minute. You're right.
You don't break rules. I
thought I could have got the $10 back or something. I tried to pull the Neil. What's the promo code?
You got to read the fine print of the contest rules. They're very small, but you got to read them. So we're gonna get.
You're muted.
Neil,
bro.
you're muted.
Oh, he's on prayer. Okay, he's going crazy over Jayhawk and them.
So, without further ado, let's press this wheel.
All right, here we go.
Let's go, Lawrence.
Oh!
Hey!
Let's go!
Yeah, give me that. Yes, sir. I don't remember signing up for this, but I'll take it.
All you had to do is like or retweet something.
You like the tweet.
Oh, okay. All right, bro. I didn't even know that.
You got to read the content rules.
See, support is free, and he got a free bracket out of it. Look at that. Support your friends.
Yeah, from the ball. All right. Also, at our Bell sector, there's no bias or favoritism toward any members, even if it's part of the group. Just so you know.
We all just witnessed it. If anyone thinks there was any bias going on, then
Bro, Kenny, what are these guys doing?
All right,
right.
I'll send you the info.
All right, bet. Sounds good. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in with us here at IBTE Sports Podcast. I want to thank Neil, Phil, and Kenny for being consistent with me.
Kenny, what are they doing?
And before we end here, shout out to the 315. Jalen Hawkins is playing right now. He's playing on True TV for Norfolk State.
Career high.
52-51 career high. He's trying to take the game over shot by shot.
Hopefully
He needs to. Just feed him the ball.
So
why did they stop going him?
I don't know what they're doing.
So before we end, hold on, bro. Before we end here, I want to shout out to Otto. I want to shout out to Phil Nugent in the chat. Shout out to Brandon Orr, Tommy Cooper, Showtime. Who else is in there? My boy Rick, co-founder. Everybody that's tuned in and engaging with us. That's gonna help us out in the end to get this on the suggested so people can watch it too. So really appreciate y'all for tuning in. And we'll catch you later.
Peace.